Hey, ladies, welcome to Slow Flow and Reiki. Tonight we're going to need a couple of props. We're going to need 2 blocks as well as a bolster. Really, the blocks are optional, but you can also use a pillow or a blanket if you do not have a bolster. And this evening we're going to be flowing and having the intention of inner growth and strength and perseverance. We're going through some challenging times right now. And even when times are challenging, there is an opportunity for us to grow and learn with that challenge as opposed to fighting it or struggling with it or complaining the whole time. So let's start off by coming all the way down to puppy pose. Taking a big breath in and exhale, release the heart all the way down. Feeling that heart chakra open up. Taking deep, slow breaths in and out. And begin to clear your head. Letting all the thoughts from your day let go for now. And feel your mind become nice and relaxed and clear. Breathing into your belly, feeling your body become calm and centered. And with your next inhale, you can set an intention for your practice. Maybe that intention is inner growth. Maybe your intention is strength, or maybe it's fluidity. Finding fluidity through all of our challenges and moving as times change instead of resisting the change. Whatever that intention is, hold that in your heart space and take 3 deep breaths in and out. Inhaling through the nose and exhaling through the mouth. Second time, inhale and exhale through the mouth. Last one, inhale deeply. Retaining the breath, pausing at the top of the inhale and let it all go. Exhale. And inhale, lift the head up. Slide the hands back just a bit. Take the knees nice and wide. Sink the hips all the way down, finding Balasana. Rolling the head back and forth, gently massaging the forehead. And inhale, come back to center, lift the head up. Slowly and gently shift your body up, finding tabletop position. Stacking the hips over the knees and the shoulders over the wrists. If the elbows are hyperextended, then you can bend them just a little bit, allowing some softness into those joints. And we're going to take an inhale. Bring the chest forward, lift the gaze, and exhale, push the mat away. Curl the spine, tuck the chin. Moving through cat and cow, moving with the breath, feeling the spine warm up and become more fluid. And the next time you inhale and bring the chest forward, take a pause. Roll the shoulders back here. Really see if you can lift that heart forward, maybe just a millimeter more. Good, exhale. Push the floor away, one more. Big cat pose and inhale. Bring the spine to neutral. And with your exhale, we're gonna step the right foot forward between the hands. The left hip is gonna wanna pull back, pull it forward, squaring the hips. And gently inhale, come up, take the hands to the top of that right knee. And take another breath in, shift your hips forward, roll your shoulders back. Maybe you shift your gaze up towards the ceiling. Taking slow breaths here. And exhale, take the hands down, stepping all the way back. Find a few more rounds of cat and cow. Good, with your next inhale, nice neutral spine. Take an exhale and step the left foot forward between the hands. Gently coming all the way up, placing the hands on that left thigh. And rolling the shoulders back, press the hips forward. Checking in with that back knee, making sure that the kneecap itself doesn't have pressure on it, keeping the pressure on the top part of the knee. Taking another breath here, big inhale. Full exhale as you release your hands down and then step all the way back to tabletop. And then flowing all the way down to the mat, using your exhale to lower to your belly. Sliding the hands back to the ribs, prepare for cobra pose, tops of the feet pressed down. And inhale, you can lift up. Maybe you come up a little bit higher, maybe you stay low to the ground. Breathe here, big inhales and exhales. With your next exhale, you can lower all the way down. Tuck the toes, inhale, come up through plank or tabletop pose, and exhale, press the hips all the way back, finding downward dog, keeping the fingers spread nice and open. And feel free to bend your knees here and keep the heels lifted. You can also walk out your downward dog. Lowering down one heel and then the other. Taking another deep breath in. Exhale. Then inhale. Begin to shift your gaze forward, looking ahead. Roll forward to plank, stacking the shoulders over the wrists. And exhale, release your knees down. Preparing for sunbird pose. Take an inhale and activate your abdominals here, pulling in Uddiyana Bandha. And then with your next breath in, you can play with lifting that right leg back, keeping the toes pointed down towards the floor. And if you feel good here, maybe that left arm comes forward. Keeping your gaze on a non-moving point. Reaching with the fingertips, pulling back with that right heel. Another breath here. And exhale, release. Feel free to shake out your right wrist. Preparing for the other side. Inhaling, left leg back. Maybe taking the right arm forward. Nice job, friends. Take an exhale, lower back down. Take a big breath in. And then exhale down to the mat. Coming up for another cobra pose. Maybe this time you lift up a little bit higher. See how it feels. Exhale, come back down slowly. Taking the hands and the forearms underneath the forehead. Inhale, lift up the legs, lifting up the feet. And then exhale, dropping the feet over to one side and then the other. And the next time you come back up through center, pause and exhale, take the feet down. You can lift up your head, slide your hands back, prepare to press up. And inhale, pressing up to plank. Exhale, finding downward facing dog. Take a moment, feel your feet and your hands press down, whether that's the whole foot or just the toes. Feel yourself ground down and become more connected to your mat. And inhale, feet come together, right leg lifts up. And exhale, pull the knee in towards the chest. And step the foot forward between the hands. Pull that left hip forward, squaring it towards the front of the room. Take a breath in, come up to your fingertips. Keeping no pressure on the fingers, just lightly touching them down. And exhale, left foot steps up. Take an inhale and halfway lift. And exhale, fold. And with your next exhale, bend your knees. Inhale, lift the chest, lift the arms up, finding Utkatasana. And inhale, come all the way up. And find your back bend. And exhale, bring your chest forward, draw the hands all the way down to the heart. Pause here with Anjali Mudra. Take a few deep breaths. I'm going to adjust the camera just a little bit. Here we go. Big breath in, swoop the arms up, lift the heart. And exhale, hinge at the hips, moving through prayer hands, finding forward fold. And inhale, halfway lifting up, creating some space for you to slide the feet back and plant the hands down. Take an inhale, step back through plank pose. Exhale to your belly. Inhale, Bhujangasana. Shoulder blades roll together. And exhale down. Toes tuck. Inhale, press up. Exhale, downward facing dog. Inhale, feet come together, left leg lifts up. Exhale, pulling the knee to the chest, stepping the foot through to a lunge. Breathe in, coming to the tips of the fingers. Gaze forward, exhale, right foot steps up to the front. Take a breath into halfway lifting yourself up, straightening out your spine. And exhale, soft bend in the knees as you roll the hips forward and let the upper body hang. With your next breath in, bend your knees. Lift up, Utkatasana, chair pose. Holding chair, taking the hands all the way down to the heart. And inhale, straightening out the knees, tucking the lower belly, lifting the arms back, lifting the heart. And exhale, chest comes forward. Exhale, draw the hands down to the heart. Remembering your intention, breathing in that intention, lifting the arms for a big breath in. And exhale, hinging forward, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift up, create space. Step back, plank. Moving through your flow, lower down with your breath out. Rise up with your breath in. And feel free to lower down to the mat, or you can tuck the toes, lift up the knees, exhale, press straight back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Very good. Take the feet together. Breathe in, lift up the right leg. And exhale, step the foot forward between the hands. Preparing for high lunge, back foot hops up, back heel is lifted. Legs squeeze together and activate. Inhale, lift up. High crescent lunge. Soften your gaze, soften your face. And exhale, hands down to the heart. We'll be moving into a twisted pose next. So if you want, you can take the back heel and set it down for warrior one positioning. If you want to keep it lifted, then with your next exhale, you can twist over to the right. You can keep your hands in prayer or open them out. Breathe here. And inhale, come forward, lift all the way up. Good, preparing to step up to warrior three. Hands come to the heart. Begin to hop the back foot up. We're going to balance on the right leg here. Begin to lift the back foot. Bringing the torso parallel to the floor. And inhale, begin to shift yourself up. You can play with not touching that left foot down. And inhale, lift the left knee up, lift the arms up over the head. And from here, prepare for tree pose. You can take the left foot to the inside of the right calf, the right ankle, or the thigh. Hands can be in prayer, or you can lift them up, maybe look up. Wherever you're at, feel free to stay in tree as you are. If you want to challenge yourself a little bit more, you can take half lotus. Take that left foot across the top of the right thigh. Bind with the right hand. Press that left knee down. And then reach behind for a half bind behind the back. Maybe you grab that right elbow with the left hand. And breathe here. If at any time you come out of this pose, you lose your balance, you can come right back to it. Be compassionate with yourself. Be patient with yourself. Be patient with this pose. Take another inhale. And as you inhale this time, you can release the foot, whether it's on the inside of the right leg or bound with the right hand. Lift the knee, lift the arms up. And then you have the option to either bring the foot down and go through forward fold and flow, or you can move through warrior 3 and high lunge to come all the way down. So yogi's choice. If you're moving through warrior 3 with me, take an inhale. And then with your exhale, begin to hinge forward slowly and carefully. Bringing that left leg to extend behind, bringing the torso over the floor, and then bend that right knee, send the left toes down, lift the arms up, big breath in. Exhale, hands come down, framing the right foot, step back to plank, and exhale down to your belly. Inhale, rise up. And breathe out, tuck the toes, lift the knees, press back, downward dog. Good, with your next inhale, begin to shift forward to plank pose. Preparing for a side plank on the right side. Option 1 is to take the right knee down and spin the shin parallel to the floor, and then take the left heel and plant it down before opening the left arm up. Option 2 is to stack the feet and lift the left hand up. Wherever you're at, breathe. This is a very activating pose. If you need to come out at any time, feel free. If you're still with me, we'll move to a wild thing from here. So left foot steps behind, lift the hips up, lift the heart. And exhale, begin to come down, press back. Downward facing dog. Let's take a little break. Let's come down to our knees. Exhale, press back for just a brief child's pose. Maybe you want to wiggle that right wrist or shake it out. Reconnect with your breath. Before we get too sleepy, let's breathe in, lift up the head. Pull ourselves forward, finding downward facing dog. Taking the feet together and inhaling, letting that left leg rise up. And exhale, stepping the foot forward. Inhale, rising up, high lunge. Relaxing the shoulders down while reaching up with the hands. Lower belly pulled in. Legs activated and squeezing together. Another breath here. And with the exhale, hands come to the heart, twisting to the left. Again, feel free to move that right foot down for warrior 1 positioning. Stay here or open the arms. Inhale, come forward, lift the arms up. Preparing for warrior three. Hands come to the heart, find the drishti, your gazing point in front of you. That is key for our balance. So begin to, when you're ready, hop the right foot up, straighten out the left leg, extend the right leg behind you. And inhale, shift up, lift the right leg in front, right knee in front, and breathe. Preparing for tree pose on the left side. Taking that right foot to the ankle, the calf, or the inner thigh. Maybe you find a different arm variation on the side. Maybe the arms come up over the head. You can't quite see, but you can keep the arms lifted above the head in prayer, or extend them out, growing some branches. Or maybe like taking a bind behind the back and lifting the heart and lifting the gaze. Option to stay here or find half lotus. Grabbing the left foot, the right foot with the left hand. Pressing that right knee down. And taking the right arm behind the back. Binding with the left elbow. Breathe here. With your next inhale, you can release. Lift the right leg in front, lift up the arms. An option to flow down through forward fold and step back to plank. Or you can lift up that right knee again. Begin to hinge back to warrior three. Moving slowly and carefully. Reaching that right leg back, hinging forward from the hips. And then exhale, bend that left knee, send the right toes down. Inhale, arms up. Lift the heart. Lift the gaze. Full deep belly breaths. Take another breath in and out. Last breath in before you exhale. And bring the hands down, stepping back to plank pose. Using your exhale to slowly come down. Using your inhale to lift up to your back bend. Tucking toes from here. Inhale, knees up. Exhale, hips press back. Take an inhale. Begin to roll yourself forward to plank. We're going for a side plank on the left side. Option to take that left knee down, spin the shin parallel to the front of the mat. Take that right foot down and inhale. Lift that right arm up. And if you want to move to Wild Thing from this pose, you can scoot forward just a bit if you have the space. Go right ahead. You can scoot forward if you need to. But we're going to begin to lift that right arm behind and slide that right foot behind for balance. Feeling the heart open, feel the whole front of the body open up. And exhale. Take that right hand down. You can slide the foot back for plank and press back to downward facing dog. And begin to walk your hands back to your feet. Taking a pause at the back of the mat. Inhaling to halfway lift. And exhale, fold. Keeping that left hand planted down. Come onto the left toes, bending the left knee. And with your next inhale, spin from the upper part of the back, lift up the right arm. Pull the chest towards the side of the room. You can look up. And exhale, right hand comes down. Planting it down, coming up onto the toes. Inhaling, left arm lifts. And exhale, bring the hand down. Take a moment, grab your elbows, let your whole upper body grow heavy. Find a gentle sway from back and forth. You can pause the next time you come back through center, release your arms. Begin to inhale, lift up. Bend your knees, plant your hands, begin to walk your hands forward. Finding downward facing dog. 3 breaths here. With your next exhale, you can lower the knees all the way down, swing the legs out in front. We're going to move to cow face pose from here. Y'all sit tight. I'm going to grab a light colored blanket so you can see what I'm doing with my legs a little bit better. Okay. So, there are a few options for this pose. The first option is to take the knees, taking the right knee on top of the left and stacking them like so. If this is uncomfortable for whatever reason, you can also take the calves and stack them like logs in front, keeping the feet flexed here. So whatever variation of your legs works for you, feel free to take that. This is where we'll need our bolster or our blocks. So we will set that bolster in front. And since that right leg is on top to begin with, our arm variation will be left arm on top of the right. So we're going to take Garudasana arms, taking the left elbow on top of the right. Maybe the hands come to touch. Maybe they are flat against each other. Another option here is to bring the hands behind the back and stack the elbows. So find the arm variation that works for your body. And there's the option to stay right here. Maybe this is plenty for your hips and your shoulders. If you want a little bit more, you can take an exhale and begin to fold forward, taking the elbows down to that bolster in front of you, relaxing the head. Breathing into the back of the heart space, right in between the shoulder blades. Breathing in your intention. And exhale, letting any tension or resistance in your body or your mind melt away. Allowing that intention to take root in your mind and to repeat itself in your mind as you inhale, as you exhale. Let's take 3 more breaths wherever we're at. And then inhale, begin to lift back up. You can release your arms. If you have the legs stacked, go ahead and extend that right leg off to the side. Take that left hand, bring it behind and off to the left. We're going to press our hips over to the left side and then extend that right leg out. You can either leave it on the ground or you can bind with the foot and lift the leg up. Just for a brief minute, letting that leg stretch out and then coming back, coming to the other side. Bringing left leg on top. Bringing right elbow on top of left. Take a few moments to pause and notice how this side feels compared to the other. And if and when you're ready, you can use your exhale to come forward, down to the bolster. Bringing the mantra of your intention together with your breath. If your intention is inner growth, you can split up the words between your inhale and your exhale, breathing in inner and exhaling growth. If it's self-love, you can breathe in self, exhale love. Let your head relax down. Let the chin tuck down, keeping the back of the neck nice and long. Very slowly and gently take an inhale. Start to unwind your elbows and lift yourself up. You can move your bolster, your cushion out of the way. Take that right hand, plant it down. Extend that left leg out. Maybe you bind with the foot and the fingers and lift it up. Wherever you're at, go ahead and set both legs in front. Take a moment to wiggle out the feet, point and flex the toes. We're going to come back to our bolster and bring it on top of the legs this time. Take a big breath in, lift up through your spine, lift the arms up. And then exhale, begin to fold forward, finding a forward fold that's supported with your bolster. Maybe you take one of your cheeks down. Begin to feel your muscles relax. Staying present with your breath, listening to the sound of the inhales, the sound of the exhales. Take one more breath here. Breathing in and breathing out. And breathe in, lift up. Coming all the way back up. Bolster moves off to the side. Prepare to come all the way down to your back. Scoot forward so you have the space. And then exhale, moving as slowly as you can. Rolling all the way down one vertebrae at a time. Taking the feet, planting them down. Lifting the hips up, pressing shoulders and feet down, finding bridge pose. Maybe bringing the hands underneath the back, roll the shoulders down into the mat. Lift the chest. And exhale, bring the hips down. Take the soles of the feet together, open the knees wide for reclining Baddha Konasana. Taking a hand, bringing it across the heart, taking your other hand across your belly. Feeling the heart beat and feeling the belly move with the breath. Feel your whole body press into your mat. Feel yourself sink down deeper towards the earth. And as you breathe in and out from your belly, I invite you to bring your awareness into your heart space. And as you focus on your heart space and feel the beating of your heart, you can set the intention that your heart become open and that your heart allows in feelings of trust, and feelings of letting go. Maybe setting the intention that you find more allowing, more trust, and more letting go as you move through the rest of your week. Allowing things to be as they are. Allowing yourself to move with any changes that may come and to be at peace with those changes as they come up. Take a few more breaths here, breathing in trust into the heart space. And with your exhale, you can move your hands down. Take the knees together. Maybe you windshield wiper the knees back and forth. These next few moments are yours for whatever final movements you would like before Shavasana. Maybe you take a happy baby. Maybe you take a really big stretch on your back. Maybe you take a brief spinal twist. Whatever's going to make your body nice and comfortable and relaxed and ready for Shavasana, our final resting pose. As you're ready, make your way down onto your back. Extend your legs. Bring your arms by the sides. Stay on your backs, getting nice and relaxed. If you would like Reiki during your Shavasana tonight, you can set the intention to receive Reiki energy healing. I invite you to close your eyes and feel the muscles in your face become soft and feel your jaw become loose. Let each breath become slower and deeper. Let each breath bring you deeper into a state of relaxation and rest. Mindfully noticing your breaths in and your breaths out. Inhale slowly and deeply. Exhaling slowly and deeply. Take a breath in, breathing in trust and peace. And exhaling, feeling trust and peace throughout your whole body. Inhaling again, breathing in strength. And exhaling, feeling strength throughout your whole body. As you're ready, you can start to find small movements, moving the fingers and the toes, moving the head back and forth. Eventually making your way to rest on your right side. And whenever you're ready to come up to a seat, press up with your left hand on a comfortable seat where the back is nice and straight. As you take your next inhale, you can slowly lift your arms all the way up over your head. And exhale, draw your hands down to your center. Come back to your intention for your practice. Know that this intention can be with you as you move through the rest of your evening, the rest of the days ahead. And know that whatever challenges arise, that you are strong and capable, and that your yoga practice is always here for you to support you through whatever you may be feeling or going through. Take a deep breath in. Take a big sigh out. Send your gratitude towards your intention. Send your gratitude to yourself. And send your love, your unconditional love to yourself. Thank yourself for practicing and showing yourself love and care through yoga. Thank you all so much for joining me. The light in me gives honor to the light in you. Namaste. Hope you all have a great rest of your night, and I will see you tomorrow evening for restorative. Bye.